Hey, what's going on, everyone? My name's Ethan, and welcome back to PGP. And today we're going to be talking about three game studios I want to see join Xbox Game Studios. Now, I know some people are probably thinking, no one cares. It's Microsoft. They have all the money in the world. They can buy whoever they want. They can buy EA for all I care. Yeah, but in this video, I'm going to be talking about three studios that I think have quite a lot of potential. These are relatively small studios as well, and I believe that these studios actually should get a chance to join Microsoft's game studios and help them with funding and whatnot. Because from what I've seen, two of these studios are actually struggling for money. One's had to lay off staff, and one's a team of 6 people. So it kind of says. Anyway, the first company, which believe it or not, these guys aren't struggling, is Don't Not Entertainment. Now, if you don't know who Don't Not Entertainment is, they're the people behind Life is Strange. Life is Strange is obviously a pretty popular video game series, and I believe there's 3 games in the series. But yeah, because they're working on a new game with Microsoft called Tell Me Why, which stars the first trans character from a major video game studio, which good on that. Well done. Get some representation in there. That's always nice. And what is they make these like sort of games like Telltale games used to make. If you know what Telltale is, you know the sort of games that Don't Know Entertainment makes. And they're a French company, so that also helps with their because they want to have studios in like all the major regions and whatnot. They've got like 3 in England, but they haven't got many in Europe outside of England. I don't even think England's part of Europe anymore. It's confusing. But if they were to acquire, you know, Don't Know Entertainment, they could then help them make even more great games. Just give them more funding, and they don't have to worry about getting a publisher and whatnot because Microsoft will be the publisher. Xbox Games will be the publisher, right? And now the second studio, well, that'd just be a great addition in my opinion. The second studio I want to talk about is Playful Studios. Now I know people are going to be confused. Playful Studios aren't they the people that made Super Lucky Tale? Yeah, because the original Super Lucky Tale was an Xbox One exclusive. And then they made a like it's weird because the sequel's also like a reboot. It's a bit off. But that was on PS4, Switch, Xbox One, PC. So what I think they should do is Microsoft, and obviously they've laid off staff recently due to the pandemic. So I think Microsoft should help them out a little bit. How to make the next Super Lucky's Tale, or whatever game they want to make next. Because Microsoft's a $1 trillion company, they can afford to pick up smaller indie studios like this and help them grow and help them around. Also, it'll help them with the diversity of Game Pass as well. Because if you look at Game Pass, outside of the 3 main games, which are Gears, Halo, and Forza, Game Pass's Xbox exclusives don't really offer much. Like what? There's the Fable trilogy, which where's Fable Heroes, but Sea of Thieves and Sea of Thieves Rare Replay, whatnot. But there aren't really any major sort of platform games, any games for kids outside of Minecraft and Minecraft Dungeons. So if they were to acquire Playful Studios and make more Super Lucky Tale games, make them for kids, whilst obviously Halo would still be the main franchise and whatnot. It'd just be Super Lucky Tale be more like their version of Mario, where they could use it and go, hey, look, we also have this thing for kids. If you want, your kids can play Minecraft and Minecraft Dungeons on there, but they can also play this platforming game. I feel like it'd be a nice fit, especially considering Microsoft doesn't make games based on Blink's the cat anymore. So if they were to add Lucky to their portfolio, they could have a bunch of kids come to their platform to play Super Lucky's Tale and whatnot, just because they would own the game, they would own the studio, and it'd be a nice, really fit because it'd also help them offer a bit more variety in their library. Because outside of Gears, Halo, and Forza, like I said, there's not really much yet. I know there's more games coming soon, but at the minute they haven't really got any platform. They haven't got any platformers. They haven't really got any story-driven games. It's mostly just shooters and racing games. Right, and the final studio I want to talk about is Xaviant Games. Now, if you don't know who Xaviant Games are, there was a game in 2016 which was pretty popular. It was a battle royale game called The Culling. It was a main battle royale game where 16 players would enter an arena, and pretty much it was like the Hunger Games. They would literally you'd get melee weapons and fight to the death. Now, Xaviant's had quite a bit of financial problems recently because obviously they're not the big battle royale anymore. Because obviously then PUBG came out, and then Fortnite came out, and then you had Apex Legends. Pretty much everyone's made their own battle royale game now, so the Culling got buried to the point where they had to take the servers offline for nearly a year, and then they brought the game back, but you had to pay like £6 for it because they needed to pay for servers and whatnot. But Xaviant Games has also got another game which is like their version of Luigi's Mansion called Don't Die Minerva, which is still in development. And obviously, Xaviant Games has had to lay off loads of stuff due to the Culling starting to flop and whatnot. And they're currently a team of six developers. So I feel as if Microsoft buying Xavier and helping them, restaff up, become a bigger studio again, and help them make some great games would be really nice because think right, Microsoft would get their own battle royale game out of it. The culling, which it would help them really expand it if Microsoft bought Xavier and just whacked the culling on Game Pass. Just go, hey, here's an Xbox exclusive. You can now play the culling on mobile with xCloud. You can play it on PC. You can play it on Xbox One with all crossplay and whatnot. They could just do that. Don't Die Minerva could get a load more financial support due to the game still being in development. And honestly, in my opinion, I just think these would be like good studio acquisitions because Don't Die Minerva, because Saving Games got some. They got some smaller indie games. It's pretty popular, and Microsoft and Sony have worked. Microsoft and Playful and Don't Not have worked together before to publish games and whatnot. So they all just kind of fit in my opinion. But yeah, let me know what you think about this idea down below in the comments. Do you want to see these three studios join Xbox Game Studios? And honestly, leave your top three. Leave the three that you want them to join. If you're an Xbox fan and you want Microsoft to continue growing their studio lineup so they can offer more great games, who do you want them to buy? It can be anyone. Overkill, Activision, anyone. Just leave them in the comments below. This is Ethan, and I'll see you on the next one. Peace out.